Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about dynamic pricing made easy with Sigma and Databricks. First, a quick intro to Sigma if you're unfamiliar. Sigma is a spreadsheet-like BI platform that allows for incredibly large data to be analyzed at very low levels of granularity by all users of data. Could be a business user who's unfamiliar with coding or an advanced data science team member. Some other highlights are the ability to write back data to your warehouse, some AI features and functionalities which help speed up your analysis and prototyping, as well as providing scale and security with modern cloud warehouses. I'm Katrina Meny. I'm the Sigma Alliance Lead at Aimpoint Digital. We are a market-leading analytics, data engineering, strategy, and AI consultancy. We won Databricks Digital Partner of the Year this year. We are a Sigma certified partner. First, let's talk about what dynamic pricing is. Dynamic pricing is the practice of varying the price for products or services to reflect changing market conditions based on timing, competitive landscape, and price elasticity rather than using a cost-plus model. So what does that actually mean? How do we see dynamic pricing in our day-to-day lives? Well, I know that you've seen some limited time deals from online retailers, which are trying to use a lower price to entice your sales. Another scenario you might be familiar with are airlines, who are trying to appropriately price a ticket depending on how far away your travel date is. So for example, a price typically increases the closer you get to your travel date. Another option could be the hospitality industry, where maybe there is a famous pop star or a special event that's happening in the city, and the industry is trying to entice you to go to their location instead of competitors. So you might be wondering, how can we know what a good price is, though? How do these companies know what they should be setting their prices for? Well, let's find out. Let's imagine that we work at Echelon Apparel Group, a company that sells clothing items, and we are pricing managers. We have two goals primarily. First, we want to identify which products, when discounted, will increase the quantity of orders, and which products will sell the same regardless of price. So let's test out some pricing strategies. Over on the left side, we can see a note from Matt. Let's pretend that he is the warehouse manager. He says, "We have a lot of these items in stock. Do you think we should discount any of them?" And then list 3 products. So let's hop into Sigma to see how we would be able to help Matt out. This is the start of our dynamic pricing workbook. You can see that I've already selected the 3 products that Matt has said we have extras in stock. Before we test out some pricing theories, let's get a base understanding of what these products have performed like before when on discounts. Over here, we can see that they are typically on sale almost 50% of the time and have a 43% uplift when on sale. We can see, for example, that essential tees are discounted more frequently than our casual V-neck or our premium crew neck tees. We can also see when it's discounted, how large is that discount typically? Looks like most of the products are on sale for that 31 to 40% off. We also see this is true for the casual V-neck and the essential tee, and looks like only the premium crew neck tee has had some variety in discounts. If we scroll down, we can get some sense of the seasonality of these discounts and their impacts. But let's hop over to the promotional calendar. We don't want to put our products on sale too frequently, but we do want to make sure that we are moving product through our warehouse. This gives us a sense of when was the last time something was on sale and if we have any overlapping sales. Next, let's go to the historical pricing statistics. Here we can see that there are some minimums and maximum prices as well as our average. This gives us a good baseline to understand what is a typical range that consumers usually see when purchasing these items. Scrolling down, we can also see how price and seasonality are connected. Now that we have a good understanding of how discounts have impacted our sales historically, let's look at our dynamic pricing explorer. We can try out what would happen with different discount values. Over here, we can see that for the premium crew neck tee, we are trying to figure out what would happen if our discount is set to 10% or 35%. When we take a look at the typical or the trending item price and the typical quantities, we can see that when there are large changes in the pricing, there's not a large change in the sale quantities. So I don't think it makes sense to put this product on sale. Seems like folks are going to buy it no matter the price. Let's move on to our next product. The casual V-neck tee tells a little bit of a different story. Here we can see that when the price increased, our sales dropped off a little bit, but then they are still trending upward. This is even more apparent when we decrease the price, and we can see there is a noticeable uptick in quantity. Let's see what would happen if we put this product on sale for 35% off. Down here, I can see the impacts of my discounts. These two visuals give me a sense of what is our forecast for if the product is not on sale versus it is on sale. We can see that there are some changes when we move from 20, 25, or 35%, but there isn't a huge change in the volume. Let's ask Matt how many items we want to clear out of the warehouse. That will give us a better understanding of if we want to go for 25% off to clear about 20 items or 35% off to clear 30 items. Lastly, let's check out our next item. This item is telling us a different story. We can see already that the quantity has been going down, even though the price hasn't really been changing. Maybe folks just aren't interested in our essential tea anymore. I think it makes sense to do a significant discount here. Let's see what would happen if we discounted it at 65% off. Let's scroll down to see the impacts. So there definitely is a big gap between our forecasted and our estimated dollars without the promo and the promo. That makes sense because it's a large discount, but there is a pretty good uptick in the number of items that we're selling. So again, I think it makes sense to have this item on discount so that we can clear it out of our warehouse altogether. As you can see, we can use Sigma to create and ask these what-if questions. But you might be wondering, how does all this work on the back end? Let's go back to our presentation. Here we can see an example of how the data flows from the user to Sigma to Databricks. Over here, we can see the users are inputting new discounts for each product, and that prompts a function to be called to Databricks, which then uses a dynamic pricing model to figure out what the impact of that promotional price would be. It then sends that information back to Sigma, which then Sigma displays, and the end user can decide if that is a good idea or if they want to try some new scenarios. All of this results in peace of mind and certainty for all business and technical users in dynamic pricing decisions. Thanks for tuning in, and please feel free to reach out with any questions.